So at Theatre Sites we specialise in running websites for theatres. So I think theatre is a really interesting industry because it's very creative, very exciting. Plus, when a big show goes on sale, they have huge demand for interest for tickets. So their websites see a lot of traffic. So technically, it's actually quite difficult keeping the sites working. Okay, so originally, a couple of years ago, I was a consultant working from home with an office at home and a BT line, which was fine. But as the business grew, I started to need to take on employees and needed a bigger phone system. And one of the consultants I used recommended an IP phone system because that was the modern way to go. And he said that would handle expanding very easily. So I looked online, I signed up with a provider who gave me I bought myself a handset and started playing with this solution, which was great. It worked okay, but I found that it didn't have some of the features that I really needed. One of the things that I used a lot as a consultant was a hunt group facility where if I didn't answer the phone, I could get it to try another number. So it would go through to my mobile. If I didn't answer my mobile, it would go through to a call answering service that we use. And surprisingly, the first IP phone system that I tried didn't support that facility. So then I looked but I also found it frustrating because it was difficult trying to work out how to make the system do what I wanted. By going to Fern, the thing that they offered was a technical team that would rather than me try and work out what I wanted from a phone system and set it up myself, I could describe to them what we needed and what we needed long term, and they would help recommend a system that would do that, and also, critically for me, configure it and make it work in the way that we wanted, and that worked really well. So I described I needed a system where I could have multiple handsets, multiple extensions over my office at home and the office in town. I wanted a hunt group facility that would work in certain ways, including operating in different ways at different times of day, because I have obviously different people that work in the evenings and weekends to the ones during normal business hours. And I described this whole configuration scenario to Fern, and they created and configured the system to do exactly what we wanted, which is ideal. So I chose Fern because it looked like they had enough people, they'd be able to give me a decent level of support. For me, having a supplier that gives me really good support is one of the key factors. And one of the most impressive things that they did originally was as soon as I made contact with them, they sent me a physical handset to play with at no cost. It was really impressive. And then they helped me get the trial handset working. So I figured if they were going to support, if their support was that good even before I signed up, they were the sort of people that I needed. So one of the things that Fern would give us, or one of the best things that Fern do for us, is they provide the whole solution for us. So we get a bank of numbers, a hosted system which they configure, which provides all the features that we need, and then really good support so that as we grow, they add extensions and features and reconfigure the system all for us, which is just perfect. Because obviously as we grow, our requirements actually become more complicated, but we don't have to work out how we configure our phone system to grow with us. We've got the support from Fern to do that, which is ideal. Yeah, so one of the best things about the fact that the phone system is hosted in the cloud is that all of our phone numbers and the phone books is also stored in the cloud, and all of our phones on all the systems, irrespective of where they are physically, pick up the same phone book, which means that every handset we have knows all the numbers of all of our customers, and it all just works without us having to do anything, which is really good. To give you an example of the sort of thing that it helps with, if we were all in a meeting in the meeting room using a phone handset that we don't normally use very often, if one of our customers' phones, because even the meeting room phone has got all of the caller ID numbers in it, you can see at a glance who it is calling, we can jump out of the meeting, take the call. It's really good.